feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me.
It's week 2 of the NFL preseason, where depth charts and playbooks will be put to the test. It's the Dolphins and the Falcons, just ahead on EA Sports.
It's the National Football League, presented by EA Sports. Tonight we move on to week 2 of the preseason, and we've got a good matchup here between the Miami Dolphins and the Atlanta Falcons. Brandon Gaunt and Charles Davis, happy to be back alongside you. And I'll tell you what, yes, it's just week 2 of the preseason, but now they've got one game under their belts, and a lot of guys trying to prove some stuff down on the field here today.
Not only that, these coaches like to win. And I used to think it really didn't matter who won in the preseason. Then I watched some of those shows that the NFL does, and you see the coaches in preseason after a loss jumping all over their guys. So I learned one valuable lesson. Wins and losses count no matter what time of year it is.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Draw play, it's Eckler. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. On 3rd down, Lawrence. And that is incomplete. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. Fielded just inside the 30. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And it will be Falcon football. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they will be led out by their 6'6" quarterback.
This guy's leadership is so important to how this offense functions. He doesn't shrink from any moments on game day, and everything he does with confidence. He sets the example in practice, off the field, and is the guy leading everyone out for each possession.
Throwing to start the drive, Brewer. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. To throw on 2nd down, Brewer. Again to the big tight end, George Kittle. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Well, Charles, look, and this is probably a harbinger of things to come. He's got such trust in his tight end, and they're on back-to-back plays. We're seeing that on display.
And when they have that kind of trust, they're not as worried about what the coverage is because they feel like they know each other so well. They'll make the subtle move downfield, and the ball will end up in the right spot. And by the way, partner, what's harbinger mean? Help me out.
Well, you're the one that taught me that a few years ago, so I'll have to lean on you for that. I'm just hoping it fit into the sentence correctly.
I must have got it from my word of the day calendar on my desk.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw again. And this is going to be incomplete. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now, it's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games. Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
I think this will win a ride very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Brewer. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. From the gun on 3rd down. Brewer. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A gain of 39 that time.
Well, he's certainly trying to earn his way into some more looks in the offense once the regular season heats up. If he continues to make plays like that, I think QB1 will look his way a little more often once the regular season begins.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Kamara up the middle. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there. A 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Falcons take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Partner, wasn't that long ago that when I talk with these NFL coaches about different innovations in the college game, you can see their eyes roll and they just shut down right away. Don't bring me that Joe College stuff. Well, guess what? the college game has definitely infiltrated its way into the NFL.
Yeah, and these guys, when you're seeing the option defensively, you got to stick to your assignments. I know that's cliche. They didn't do it there.
And option football means exactly what you just talked about, assignment football for defenders, and that drives them crazy because you have to think your way through a play as opposed to just reacting and making the play.
Point after, right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. From the 31, Lawrence working the middle here. That's complete to Knox, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
But whenever you call and run the hitch route, a lot of times that ball's got to be in the air before the receiver even turns around. That's the result of throwing it so many times in practice is really a timing route. Make sure that ball's out of your hands, and oftentimes the receiver turns around, and there's the ball. Nice completion there.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Pass caught, it's Romeo Doubs. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 37. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Running on first down, Eckler. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Eckler going to get it again on second down. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Flushed out right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Partner, you know what I'm going to say before I even say it.
Yeah, you just cannot take a sack in that spot.
You're exactly right. You can't take a sack in that spot. Potentially now, a 3-point swing right there.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss. Throwing to start the drive. Brewer. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now this throw caught left side. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
I think we already know that this guy's going to be ready when they ring the bell for week 1. That play, almost routine for him, but still, nice to know that he's still got it.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week one, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle, no mental mistakes, or are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Operating from the gun, Brewer. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moore. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Brewer. And it's caught. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football. The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. Kamara will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. Able to punch it in on 3rd down. Makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. This taken in at the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And now off to the races down the right side. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Miami. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get him in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed, because let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. And what a job there by all 11 on the kick return. The blocking excellent, the return excellent. The result, 6 points. So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Atlanta offense now, ready to take over here. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple, because we don't just make...
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
Miami's offense set and ready to go. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send down the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he'll be brought down at the 27. From the 27, Lawrence out to the left. He's got his tight end Knox. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
The kick by Lutz is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. To throw on 2nd down, Brewer. He's got the connection to Moore. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Back to throw. Brewer. Complete to the top. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. It's Eckler again. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Lawrence will throw. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. It could have been his second, but instead it's 4th down. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away, no good. And that will keep this a 4-point game. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
So out come the Falcons now. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Brewer. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there. 38 yards. As his guys are able to extend their lead. And when the quarterback drops and has a guy that wide open in the end zone, his eyes have to get just as big as grapefruits.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, this is the easiest throw you're going to get, and you're going to get the benefit of a touchdown on top of it. Make that throw.
Extra point forthcoming. It's good, and it's 21-10. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They started on the ground with Eckler, and nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
This defense is really thrown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Lawrence to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Well, the Falcons back out, getting set for this next drive. The offense coming back out here, plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
To the right side, and he's got more complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Back to throw. Brewer. Open man has got it. It's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 39-yard line. Off the play fake. Brewer. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 23 yards on the play.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They'll look to throw again. To the right side, complete to Miller. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. Again, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they'd left their starting quarterback out there for this second quarter. But I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. On 2nd and 7, Lawrence finding Knox there, complete. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. This is a counter play. Eckler. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Eckler going to get it again on second down. And he'll have a Dolphins first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Pass delivered successfully to Knox on the out route. The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now Lawrence. Well, they would have gotten a conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Brewer. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well. But
a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Back to throw again. And Miller with it over the middle. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. A final shot before break. Brewer buying time, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a minute. Week 2 of the preseason is upon us. Each team now is just one more game after this one, and then we will get it all started as we normally do on the first Thursday after Labor Day. With that, let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Miami. And not much went right in those first 2 quarters. You can see the numbers on the ground there. Not a whole lot to write home about so far. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want us to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Here's Carson. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A first throw for the backup Lynch. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Lynch. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Lynch. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
So a change of possession here on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. First down, Mayfield. Finding Harris over the middle. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield.
He's got the hook up with Dobbs.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Play fake. Mayfield. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. First target, first catch, and a first down.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the short catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On 1st and 10 is Spiller. And he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield.
Drops it underneath to Spiller.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Mayfield now from the 50. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 41-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
They go back to the ground with Spiller to the 36-yard line. Stop there.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Mayfield.
That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Mayfield to throw it.
Looking for Gray and finding him once again.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 19. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They'll try the left side with Spiller.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Right back to Spiller on second down. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Mayfield. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance, so that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
This fielded right at the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. He's going to air one out, and he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A gain of 37.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And now Lynch. And his throw here's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Lynch. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Cleveland Farrell, his 2nd sack of the night.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the 1st drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Here's Lynch to throw. And this is Simpson with a catch. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Miami set to take over. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Mayfield looks to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Harris. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. They'll try and run for it with Spiller. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaken up on the play. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll go right back to Spiller here on 1st down. Takes it to about the 37. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Mayfield now. He'll get this to Ward. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. Slant route, he's got Dobbs. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Three quarters in the books. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Draw play, Spiller. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That is incomplete. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. A running play on 1st down will get 4 up to the 29. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Another carry for the wide receiver, Samuel. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Lynch. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 37-yard line. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Well, hang on now, we're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him and we'll step aside for a moment. 2nd and 2. To throw is Lynch. Finding more on the out route for the completion. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Throwing again here, Lynch. And that is incomplete here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Lynch. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The Falcons on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes guys on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Throwing, Mayfield. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
From just shy of midfield, Mayfield. That's complete to Dobbs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Now Ward. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Throwing again on second down. Mayfield completes it again to Dobbs. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. He's got it. It's Spiller. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And out of bounds right around the 20. And again, it's Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. It's Ward. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. To throw again on second down. Mayfield steps away to his left. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. His throw incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Carson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Lynch. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. And he fields it cleanly. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Mayfield and the offense now. Down by 8, 2:16 to play. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10. And that nearly intercepted. The free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down. A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. He gets this out to Spiller. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And this nearly intercepted. Probably should have been. Had he caught it, it would have sealed it. Instead, one more chance coming up on 4th down. Pass. Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble, and the Falcons grab it. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And remember, no overtime here in preseason. This offense hoping that's a moot issue as they try to finish this one off. They run again with Carson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they will take a knee here. 2nd and 11. They run it with Carson. And room there to work it inside the 25. Just take a knee there.
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. How about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Well, Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf. And today, that mission was accomplished.
Look, every offseason, every preseason, the head coach goes in front of the team and says, the mission for the season, defend our home field every time, split on the road, and we'll be in the playoffs. That's why defending the home field is vital.
Feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon.